Alright, the people over at Fox News are genuinely losing their minds. They are launching some of the most disturbing attacks against a political opponent that we have ever seen in any election cycle ever. I am not exaggerating when I say that this clip of Jesse Waters attacking VP Harris, attacking women across the country, will blow your mind, even as Fox News co-hosts audibly gasp and ask him to apologize immediately, and then Jesse Waters apologizes on air. And he has said some heinous stuff throughout his career, but I think this easily takes the cake. And just to lay the groundwork, this comes at a time when Harris is already building a 13-point lead over Trump with women. The Republican Party has been bleeding the suburban women vote, not only because of the overturning of Roe v. Wade, but because of Donald Trump's repeated, wild remarks about women. Just see the Access Hollywood tapes. To lay the groundwork, Vice President Harris boasts a 13-point national lead over former President Trump among women voters in a new poll, a notable edge with a major voting bloc that could be critical for her ticket in November. Women and women of color hold a lot of power in America, and I will say, I do think Taylor Swift will endorse Kamala Harris as the DNC buzz wears off, and we need another major media boost. Also, to show you the new 538 model, I know a lot of you guys get mad when I show you the polls, but now that Kennedy dropped out, we have a new updated model, and it still shows Vice President Kamala Harris ahead a solid 3.5 percentage points, and it's only growing wider as we get more and more polls. I mean, just about a month ago, it was an even race, and now you see this gap growing wider and wider, and now you guys understand why the people over at Fox News are becoming so desperate and why Jesse Waters is saying wild stuff like this. Just brace yourselves, because
this is where the president has his most impact. You have a lot of room to maneuver there as commander-in-chief. We don't know who she is. We don't know what she believes. She's going to get paralyzed in the Situation Room while the generals have their way with her. Right now,
Jesse
Whoa, Jesse, I don't like that.
Figuratively,
Take
again,
it back.
have their way with her, control her.
that's not okay. So that was an analogy about rape. That was a rape analogy, just so you can see it written down. She said she's going to get paralyzed, meaning she can't move, and the generals will have their way with her. Now, it was an analogy to say that she will be incompetent in the room, but the analogy is that she is getting raped. It is absolutely disgusting, and Jesse Waters said this on air, and I mean, look at his face. Look at his reaction. He has to know that what he said was wrong.
Not in a sexual way.
No, come on. That is a terrible, terrible way to try to slip out of that. And then he talks about it more.
That would be great. You know, like your sister does something and you're like speaking on behalf of the Waters family. I'm sure my mother was probably go on MSNBC tonight and said, my son, Jesse Waters, made a joke about Kamala Harris being manhandled by generals in the Situation Room, and she...
Wait. So he just admitted right there, it wasn't a joke, number one. It was absolutely disturbing, but he admitted right there that he was talking about VP Harris being manhandled. I mean, what is this wording?
Desecrated the memory of our grandfather, and it's disgusting. I could see my mom doing that, and I wish I had a political dynasty so I could take shots as well.
You know, he's being sarcastic and snarky and trying to joke it off, but this is why I've said in a previous video that I'm done being nice to Maga, because Maga will up the tensions, up the heat in American politics, make jokes about VP Harris being manhandled, let's say. They will make jokes about destroying our Constitution, terminating our Constitution. Donald Trump will actually say it in a non-joking way, and then they will play defense and do it in a sarcastic way. Just the difference between these two clips where he has this evil smile and he's making these terrible jokes, and in this next clip he's saying, oh, we're just so friendly. He's trying to play defense, and it's disgusting, and we will see over the next few months how that turns out as women in America continue to flee the Republican Party. Number one, make sure you leave a like on this video and subscribe so you can help boost the message. But to continue this article, an Economist YouGov poll taken this week found 51% of women who are registered voters say they support Harris, while 38% back her Republican rival. On the other hand, Trump, who has struggled with women voters, saw a 7-point lead among men. After Trump took office in 2016, women voters boosted the blue wave of Democratic wins during the 2018 midterms, and Donald Trump has lost the Republican Party every single election since 2016. They lost 2018, 2020, 2022, and I'm hoping that it goes into 2024 because Donald Trump is out here using language like this. Crazy Nancy Pelosi. I mean, the rhetoric that this man uses is insane, and I just want to say that this is also coated with sexism and misogyny. When you call all of the women crazy and all of the men crooked, it's...
And I was able to do, we won 11 lawsuits.
Everybody sued me. Crazy Nancy Pelosi sued me. She was always saying she's crazy as a bedbug, that one. She's nuts. She's a nut. But at least Joe Biden likes her a lot. No, I don't think so. Think he's angry? He fight, and I was able to do it.
Crazy as a bedbug. I mean, it's a dated phrase. Here is former Trump National Security Advisor H.R. McMaster explaining why Trump bears most of the responsibility for the Afghanistan withdrawal.
Does Trump bear part of the responsibility for what happened?
Oh, yes. I mean, so the whole premise of talking to the Taliban before you leave Afghanistan, why the heck were we even doing that? You know,
He was going to invite them to Camp David.
Right. Even the Obama administration, when they made the mistake of pulling all of our troops out of Iraq in 2010, which really set conditions for the rise of ISIS and so forth by 2014, the Obama administration didn't negotiate with al-Qaeda in Iraq on the way out. And so if we were going to leave, why not just leave? What happened in these series of negotiations and concessions to the Taliban is we kind of threw the Afghans under the bus on the way out.
And they cut the Afghan government.
Very well said. And my broader point is that when the pressure is on the Trump campaign, everything begins to crumble. So over the past few weeks, we have seen the Trump campaign attack women in a unique way. We have seen Fox News attack Kamala Harris in a disgusting way. We have seen them launch racist attacks, launch attacks against Tim Walz's military record. And now we have people like H.R. McMaster coming out and saying that Donald Trump was a terrible president. He didn't know anything about foreign policy. I think overall, the Trump campaign is in a rough patch this election cycle, and that is only further reinforced by this polling. Now, I'm a polling nerd, so let's break down some of the polls we have seen over this past week. Not all of them are great, but some of them are amazing. Harris +4 with the Morning Consult, which is an A+ poll. Trump +4 and an A+ poll as well. They break even, which a break even would be a win for Trump because we naturally are at a 3-point disadvantage with the Electoral College. Harris +2, that is great. Trump +1, Harris +7, Harris +4, Harris +5, Harris +5, +5, +4, +2, even +6. I mean, these are some amazing numbers, and a lot of these are coming from A+ polls. This Morning Consult poll with 4,000 people, a 4,000 person sample size of registered voters, has Harris up +4. That is actually really, really good. That is with registered voters. This likely voters, 1,000 likely voters, Harris is up +5. If you guys want to see more videos of me breaking down the polling, the actual crosstabs, so we can all have a better understanding of where we lie, then make sure you leave a like and leave a comment saying you want to see more videos breaking down polls, because I love nerding out on the statistics of polling, breaking down the crosstabs, and I think it gives us a better understanding than just knowing the surface level. Okay, Harris is up +4, but what groups do we need to work on attracting? If you want to see more of that, just leave a comment. But overall, if you enjoyed this video, make sure you hit that subscribe button. You can become a member on my channel for $5 a month. You'll get access to exclusive content. Becoming a member helps support my ventures at the DNC or at any big events. It helps prove the model that this model works. But either way, make sure you have a great rest of your day. Thank you for watching this video, and peace out.